ultimate contest of knowledge, speed and fun. Catch all the excitement from 12th October on Z-World, DSTV channel 166 and GoTV channel 30 every Saturday and Sunday at 10 a.m. sharp. It's going to be a thrilling journey of learning, laughter and superstar moments, and you don't want to miss it.
Superstar Quiz Show.
Waiting happen. Every time I do small transaction, they don't slam me with rich extra charges, SMS alert, bank transfer, even bill payment safe. They know they put the person at all. You never hear say with Smart Cash, you fit send money go another bank, pay your bills, and receive SMS alert all for free. For free? Yes, now for free. Then go even pay you 15% interest per annum on top your savings.
Hey, got some for me now. I can join Smart Cash.
Dial *939# or download the Smart Cash app today to begin enjoy zero extra charges on all transactions. Smart Cash, money matter na sense. Smart Cash na by Airtel.
In the kitchen game, there are players and then Agba Ballers, MVP, Player of the Year, 10-0, no rival. Become an Agba Baller with the new improved Maggi chicken flavor, made with a flavorful formation of onions, celery, turmeric to bring out your top game in the kitchen. Elevate the taste of your everyday dishes with delicious rich chicken flavor. Oh yeah, let's go.
New Maggi chicken flavor, my game changer.
Whether you're buying smoky jollof from your favorite spot in Ikeja, shopping online for your latest styles, or booking your next getaway to Dubai, MasterCard gives you the freedom to pay your way. Insert, tap, swipe, or click. So many options get so easy with layers of security protecting every payment. Your money stays safe.
From Danfo to travel, MasterCard connects you to the life you've earned and the one you dream of. Ask your bank for a MasterCard today. MasterCard, safe, convenient, priceless.
Quadry sweats. My ions, please, can't get enough. My ions, please, give it to me now. Quadry sweats. It gon' rehydrate you, yeah. Replenish your ions with Quadry sweats. Rehydrate you faster, easy we observe. Quadry sweats. Give me some more.
See, everybody with him own wahala. Every day comes with its own version of challenges, and you have to be ready to face them, because only then can you move on to the next. That's why I never miss my breakfast. Scratch that. My peak breakfast, with the nutrients and energy I need to face each day, one challenge at a time.
Every day is a good day to power on with a peak breakfast. Have you had your peak? Reach for your peak.
Babe, I am so sorry. I know I was wrong. I promise I will never do it again.
Don't let low airtime block your romance. Buy a new MTN SIM to enjoy 2,100 Naira in airtime for 2 months. And with MTN Beta Gist, you'll get 3 minutes extra for every 6-minute call you make. MTN Beta Gist is also available to all existing customers. To join, simply dial *123*2*1# or text PG to 312. T's and C's apply. MTN, what are we doing today?
Imagine a world without communication, a world without emergency calls, disconnected businesses, and unreachable families. Hello? Hello? Can anyone hear me? This is the reality we face when telecommunications masts and fiber optic cables are vandalized. These telecommunications assets are the lifeline of our communities. They keep us connected, informed, and safe. Every act of vandalism is a blow to our businesses, our banks, our schools, our hospitals. Let's stand together. Let's protect our networks. Dial 622 from any network or send an email protect@ncc.gov.ng to report any suspicious activity around telecommunications infrastructure. Our connection, our responsibility. This message is brought to you by the Mobile Network Operators and Towercos in collaboration with Nigerian Communications Commission.
Dailies today.
Dailies today.
On 99.3 Nigeria Info.
99.3 Nigeria Info. Good morning to you, Lagos. Welcome to the second part of Dailies today, yeah? I am Sheriff Quadry.
I'm Jimi Disu. Good morning.
Yes, indeed. Let's begin, shall we? You can watch the show on Facebook and on YouTube. Nigeria Info 99.3 is how you can watch on Facebook and on YouTube. Nigeria Info 99.3. Let's start. The Punch newspaper front page. Chairmanship PDP. No, not that one. Is this picture here on the front page? Insecurity. Tinubu presses new service chiefs for immediate action.
Yes. So the good morning, everybody. The service chiefs paid homage to the CNC yesterday, and they must have met. I don't know what they would have discussed, but I guess the president is going to ask for their loyalty. Loyalty to who? I don't know how it would have gone, because there's loyalty to the state and there's loyalty to the president, but he's the commander-in-chief. So there's nothing odd about that. He probably would also have told them that any one of them who is disloyal is going to get the boots and so on and so forth. He most likely would have told them that they have to do something very, very concrete quickly about the security situation. So the normal rhetoric would have happened at the meeting. And at the end of the meeting, they all took a photograph. And I showed Mr. Sheriff Quadry, I showed him the photograph this morning, and I told him, is there anything odd about this picture? He said no. Now, the photograph is on the front page of the Punch and is on the front page of other newspapers. And if you are watching us on YouTube or Facebook Live, this is the photograph I'm talking about. Now, these are the service chiefs from the various services. You have the CNS, Chief of Naval Staff, Chief of Air Staff, Chief of Army Staff, Head of Intelligence, Military Intelligence, and then
Chief of Defense Staff.
Chief of Defense Staff. Now, normally the various services have uniforms. You know, they have the one they work with. For instance, the Navy would wear white.
Mm-hmm.
The Navy would wear white. If there's work to be done, they wear blue. And if there's work, if they're on deck or something, they'd wear that or wear the ceremonial. But all the service chiefs you have here are in camouflage.
Mm-hmm.
And I found that pretty odd. The man, the chief head of the Air Force, who should have put on his number 2 uniform, is also in camouflage. So I'm asking myself, was this deliberate? Were they told to wear this uniform for ops? Because it's rare to find the CNS dressed like this, unless there's something going on. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's rare. So I wonder whether this is deliberate, and I'm asking myself, what's the message behind this? Because if you look at the photograph at a go, you think that all of them are from the army.
Mm.
You understand?
Mm-hmm.
But they're not. They're not. So I wonder what the optics is want. Maybe it's to show that they are battle ready. Are they going from here to the war front? It just tickled me that all of them would wear, and I don't find it pleasurable that they all happen to be tall men and make our president look slightly short. But you can't run away from these things. But all said and done, like I said, the exciting thing, there's so many politics. There's a lot of politics that goes behind the back end of these appointments. But one thing I have to give credit for is the fact that we seem to have a better balance of the chief of naval staff is from the east, clear cut, and things like that. We seem to have a much better balance. And at 9 o'clock, we'll be looking at these appointments and asking ourselves what each of them brings to the table. And their costmates will be here to analyze each of them. So it's something you might want to listen to.
Okay, all right, interesting. But before we move on, though, we still don't know what precipitated into this?
Only a hypocrite or a complete somebody who is completely brainless will say that nothing has happened. The Yorubas have a proverb that says "Ajekula no mokuleni," Ajekela no mokuleni. The something is amiss anyway. Whether it's a coup plot, whatever it is, something is amiss. The president stopped his vacation. October 1 was cancelled. Then you have the service chiefs being reshuffled, being removed. And remember that this is going to lead to an exit of so many major generals, from the army. So something is amiss. I was with Chief Body George yesterday with Miriam, and we said he didn't know what was on. I asked Major General Olaruwaju, everybody is being careful. But I think that the truth will always come out. Some people know the truth already. But I think that it would be nice if there was a coup, there was a coup. If there was a coup attempt, there was a coup attempt. It would be nice if the government came out clean and said, yes, this is what it is. And since this story came out, most people have condemned the idea of going back to military government. But they, however, give a warning to the political class to shape up, or something could happen. I don't. Okay, so if you want to ask me, I sat down and you are not going to be having coups like it happened when I was growing up. You wake up one morning, you listen to daga daga dadam da 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 da, and they say, fellow Nigerians, nobody's going to do. How many radio stations are you going to go to? So you might not have coups in that format, but you could have insurrections and pockets in different areas. So one has to be very careful. You don't just sit back and say nothing can happen. That's a very myopic way at looking at. When I hear people say a coup cannot happen again, the radio stations, I said, look, you could have pockets. All kinds of things could happen. You could even have something that is not even organized by the military, like it happened in Madagascar. It wasn't the military that organized it. It was the young people. They hit the streets, and the military came back them, and bingo, they had military government. I mean, so let's all be careful. At the end of the day, it boils down to having good governance.
At the end of the day, yes.
At the end of the day, so that's what it is.
Okay, alrighty. Let's move on to our next story. In the Punch newspaper, page 8, Edo APC to suspend commissioners not wearing Tinubu cap.
This thing should be nipped in the bud. Nigerians need to be very, very worried. Your mandate, we shall stand in public places. And this instruction, before you know it now, it goes round. And this is the beginning of tyranny. It must be stopped and be nipped in the bud. It must be. It must be. Whatever it's going to take. This is the beginning of something very evil that could befall this country. And it seems to be gaining ground. The story here says that the chairman of the APC in Edo State, Jared Tenebe, has said any commissioner barred from the State Executive Council for failing to wear the Achiwadu cap as directed by the governor will be suspended from the party. Earlier, the governor had directed all commissioners to wear the cap, branded in support of President Bola Tinubu. All those who have a sense of history will know that it has happened before in history, where you had a leader. He wasn't a military leader, and he took over all the country's paraphernalia, flag, name it. This is the beginning of something very, very sinister. I don't think both Okpewolo and his APC chairman, I don't think they know the implication of what they are doing. It could be something very. Even our members of the assembly who are singing on your mandate, we shall stand in the hallowed chambers, they don't realize, they don't have a sense of history. And very soon we might be forced to come out plainly and tell Nigerians the implication of what is going on before we sink into it. It doesn't look good. The optics, it doesn't look good at all. And it must be nipped in the bud. I hope the APC at the top, will be responsible enough to put a stop to all these things. I hope they'll be responsible enough to put a stop to all these things. It is very, very dangerous. Extremely dangerous.
All right. Let's go to the Healthwise Plus page of the Punch newspaper. They have quite some interesting...
Okay, let's go. Let's run through it quickly. Thank God we had this paper today. Now, listen very carefully. These are health issues, so you should listen. Women exposed to pesticides risk infertility, says experts. Women exposed to pesticides. Pesticides are not just the one they use in the farms. Even something in a packet that they give you, put in the house for rats and for cockroaches and this and that. Women have to be very, very careful. Very, very careful and have minimal contact with it. It says, women's health experts have said that women who are exposed to pesticides are at risk of hormonal imbalance, irregular menstruation, and infertility. Another one here, Yaba Psychiatric Hospital advocates adoption of AI in mental health research. I don't know how that is going to happen. I don't know what about this AI, come to think of it. Okay. Excuse me. HCPAN, health providers and other stakeholders in the health sector have called for stronger resource mobilization to boost healthcare financing in Nigeria. There is something that I have noticed that I hope I need to bring to the attention of everybody. Most people who have health insurance policies with their providers always run into a hitch because of costing. They always run into a hitch. I think the price of pharmaceuticals has gone up. The price of medical care has gone up. So, invariably, you have to sit down with your provider and know detailed, line for line, what exactly you are entitled to. Because we've had experiences where people, you go to the hospital, they say, okay, this is covered, this one is not covered. The one is not covered, we'll run it to about 250, 300, things like that. So if care is not taken, you ask yourself, why did I have this insurance policy in the first place? So that is that. Nursing Council warns new graduates against misuse of social media. Personally, if it wasn't for my job, I wouldn't even bother with the social media. I'm telling you, the social media can run you mad. It can run you crazy. But my job demands that. So my advice to most people is that if you want to keep your sanity, just stay out of the... I was going through the social media. I saw what was happening at a renowned birthday party, the way our elites were misbehaving left, right, and center, and so on and so forth. And it just totally upset me. But that's a story for another day. How regular calcium intake reduces child's risks of bone deformities. So does that mean you are encouraged to take calcium? Without adequate calcium intake that their bodies need, it will be difficult, if not impossible, for children to have strong and healthy bones. What about the older ones? Our bones are getting very weak. Sometimes
you do exercise.
Sometimes when I fold my leg to straighten it out, it's wahala. You have to lie down for a while and straighten yourself out. Anyway, that's what we have for the Healthwise page today.
I have... let me take this editorial here in the Punch newspaper. Inflation figures disconnect from lived realities.
Okay, so it was front page, I think it was front page lead in the Daily Trust last week, that the farmers were taken to government to task and saying to them, the figures you are releasing about the cost of food is not commensurate with what we are experiencing. Meaning that the farmers were accusing the government of releasing false figures. But I wasn't surprised. It wasn't an issue for me. I never believed any figures that government, especially this one. I don't have confidence in any figures that they release because propaganda is the name of the game. And that is what the Punch is talking about here. This is a headline, an editorial. It says, inflation figures disconnect from lived realities. It starts by saying that Nigeria's headline information eased to 18% in September, according to NBA's data, marking the first time in over 3 years that inflation has fallen below 20%. This technical milestone, supported by 6 consecutive months of triple inflation rates and aided significantly by the recent rebasing of the consumer price index, whatever that means. Then the point says that any celebration of that will be premature because these numbers belie a gaping disconnect from the reality experienced by millions of Nigerians enduring escalating costs of living, stagnant incomes, and widespread poverty. Anybody who has tried to get an apartment, a room, or whatever, a shop, will tell you what the property prices are like. They have gone completely. For food, it's the same. So when you see government figures tell you inflation has gone down, you continue to look over your shoulder asking, are they talking about some of that? You understand? So the point says that that these findings, they talk about the World Bank figures, which the government disputed. Okay, but they say that critics argue that inflation in Nigeria is largely cost push rather than demand driven, fueled by structural factors like elevated energy prices, supply chain disruptions, insecurity in food producing regions, and heavy dependence on imports. The removal of fuel subsidies and the managed floating of the naira have despite aiming to restore fiscal discipline, exacerbated cost pressures. Petrol prices are 5 times the pre-May 2023 figures. Many Nigerians express skepticism towards official inflation figures, perceiving a disconnect between government-reported statistics and their own realities of price hikes at markets and fuel stations. Independent inflation trackers report significantly higher inflation rates than government data, further deepening government distrust. And they say, indeed, President Bola Tinubu's inflation target of 15% for 2025 and the dramatic drop in inflation numbers in recent months fuel speculations that the government is working towards a predetermined end. What I say to my people is, I don't believe all this government. I think I've said it here 1,001 times. I don't believe in figures. All you need to do is just ask yourself. It doesn't take that much. Ask yourself, if you do have the time, take a mental note of how much everything costs you. And the following month, take a mental note. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. So that's what the editorial is all about. If you have the time, you might want to read it in today's Punch and says, inflation figures disconnect from lived realities.
Indeed. We're live on Facebook. We're also streaming live on YouTube. Nigeria Info 99.3 is how you can watch us live on Facebook and on YouTube. Now let's go to the Nigerian News Direct newspaper, page 12. Interesting piece. Take a listen. Nigerian youth chase online fame to tap 7.3 trillion naira digital economy. The writer says, as car spotters thrive on Lagos streets, celebrities raise alarm over rising tide of online begging.
Yes. A lot of our youth have resorted to going to earn their daily living from, online. And which is good, is a good development. What is most important is that they do it with a sense of responsibility and know that there are world guidelines that affect these things. They should also know, it's important that they know, young people, that look, this thing is like a stamp on you. It's like a tattoo that cannot be removed. So anything you push out there, okay, even though you try to remove it later, this like Chinedu, my son will always say, Chinedu will say, or Uncle Jimmy, your fingerprint, that's what he calls it. Your fingerprint is there. He spoke about the various ways that guys make money. There's this boy, and I wish if anybody knows where I can find him, I'd love to talk to him. They call him Lekki Street Boy. Okay, and he used to hang around the streets watching cars, and one day he filmed Davido's G-Wagon and posted, and he went viral, and from there on, from there, he's been making a living, from numbers and so on and so forth. But the other part that bothers me, though, is that of the adults and the matured people who have also joined the race, but have gotten it all wrong. They've become a nuisance. I mean, the more matured ones who you hope will do something, they become a total nuisance. And the elite are no exception. Some of our elite are no exception. Taking the video of yourself from the house to the place, exotic cars and this, exhibiting all kinds of wealth. And we know, because these people are easily identifiable. A lot of them are those fellas used to call government chicken boys. They live on government. They live on government, either through contracts or donations or whatever, hustling within governments and so on and so forth, and creating a nuisance. There was one incident that happened that I wish I didn't have to talk about. But our royal fathers, again, people, we need to beg them to comport themselves in public. I think that's the best way I can do it. And please stop. Don't turn yourself. A royal father is not a celebrity. It shouldn't be. It shouldn't be. That's not the way these things are structured. It shouldn't be. If you want to be an entertainer and you want to be a celebrity, there's another path for you. But we've gotten it all mixed up. Completely mixed up. That I fear for this country, because the leadership, I'm not talking about political leadership only, but the leadership, age groups and so on and so forth, are not setting a very good example for the younger ones. And 10, 15 years from now, you will see the effect, and heaven help us all at that point.
Okay. Heaven help us all. Now, here is another story. I don't know who's going to help them. It's on page 5 of the Vanguard newspaper. PDP convention threatened as party halts aspirants screening.
I think that there are two things I think about what's going on in the PDP. One is that there's a lot of sabotage. And two is that the saboteurs seem to have an upper hand. Chief Bodijo, I said, was here yesterday with Miriam. And I was not completely convinced that the PDP would wade through this crisis. I think there's a death knell. Hanging around the PDP's neck. For as long as we have people like a very good friend, for as long as we have him being a member of the PDP, and people fail to acknowledge that he's part of the problem and fail to take the big stick and get him and his fellow travelers out of the party, the party is going to die. The question is, and look at the rate at which governors are defecting, and the question is, in politics around this particular time, it's going to be very, very difficult to find out who is loyal to the party and who is not. PDP is one day, one issue. One day, one issue. One day, one issue. This one now is that Lamido vows to sue over denial of access to chairmanship form. If he does that, it's going to stop the convention. That kind of case could take 18 months to 2 years. Turaki submits chairmanship nomination form. Over 2 PDP lawmakers threatened defection over alleged plot to clear APC nominee for national women leader. There seems to be a lot of stumbling block in there for the party. If you take this in conjunction with the other story about the cap, then you will have a fear of where this country is headed, which I'm sure you know.
I don't know.
You don't know?
No, I don't know.
I hear you.
Where do you think it's headed?
It is not from my mouth that you will hear that.
I'm just curious.
It is not from my mouth that we hear that Yataju killed a pig instead of a goat to make pepper soup.
Okay, all right. Let's go to this other story here as well on page 6 of the Vanguard. Showore others released after 4 days in Kuje prison over free Nnamdi Kanu protests.
I think the Showore thing was quite the way the government handled the Showore thing was true to type, and it achieved virtually nothing. The gentleman is back on the streets today or tomorrow to protest with the Oronshoki people. I think the government just must have some tolerance for dissent. And like I said, I'm also of the view that the president needs, if you are changing all the service chiefs, change this Inspector General, for God's sake. It's creating a lot of distortions within the police itself, at the very least. But that's a subject for another day.
Okay.
Do we have time?
Yes, we do. We can take one. We can take this metro
story.
Yes.
Okay. Well, 3 to die by hanging for robbing 87-year-old Ekiti woman. What else is there? Another collapsed building happened yesterday. It's a two-story building in Oyibo. And it says that the distress signs were there. The residents of the building ignored it. Amoteku arrest 10, suspends 3 officers in Ondo. 40-year-old Anambra businessman arraigned for online defamation. I thought that was a civil matter. Public-private collaboration needed to boost tourism. Foundation donates ward. Oh, that's good. To Lagos Hospital.
All right. We have to go now. That's our show today, Lagos. Thank you so much, sir, for coming. You're coming back at 9.
Yeah.
For Daily Digest. Right. Yeah. Let's leave the room now for Kofi Bartels on the Morning Crossfire. Stay here with us, Lagos, and go anywhere, please.
Looking for ways to save your data? It starts with your apps. Deleting unused apps helps, but there is more. Most apps have data saver modes. Activate them to control data usage. You can also go to settings to turn off auto updates. Lastly, close unused apps to save data when you ain't using your apps. These changes can make a big difference. For more information, visit your mobile operator's website or consumer.ncc.gov.ng for more helpful tips. Stay connected and enjoy smarter data usage. This message is brought to you by the Association of Telecom Operators and Nigerian Communications Commission.
Hello, Male. How you doing now?
I did, my pikin.
Male, wait. She make I call you back? You sure say your credit go reach this guy too?
Don't worry yourself. Now MTN Beta Gist I dey use.
Who no like better thing? Just go buy new MTN SIM so MTN go dash you 2,100 naira airtime sharply, and on top that one, every call where you make, whether na 3 minutes for this call or na 1 minute on top another call, e go dey join dey go. And once you gather reach 6 minutes, MTN go sama you 3 minutes extra. Make you for continue that better gist. Or ya dial *123*2*1# to join MTN Better Gist today. Terms and conditions dey sha o.
We inform, you decide, you listen, and be part of the conversation.
I never believe that I'm in Nigeria. Why must government of Nigeria decide to clap its law?
The police is quick to fire tear gas at peaceful protesters, right?
It's like the entire nation is being gassed. That's what they are going to practice for you people now. Are you so crazy? It won't come in.
Why did the government not obey the courts?
99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
It's 8 o'clock. The news update on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
The news at 8 on 99.3 Nigeria Info. President Bola Tinubu has met with newly appointed service chiefs at the presidential villa in Abuja. The closed-door meeting lasted about 40 minutes. Tinubu urged them to step up professionalism and unity in the armed forces as they settle into their new roles. The new appointments follow a major shake-up in the military leadership announced last Friday. Governor of Ekiti State, Biodun Oyebanji, has clinched the APC governorship ticket for the 2026 election. He got a unanimous endorsement at the party's special convention held in Ado Ekiti. All 885 delegates from the state's 16 local government areas threw their support behind his re-election. And leader of the IPOB group, Nnamdi Kanu, has decided he won't be calling any witnesses in his ongoing terrorism trial in Abuja. After all, Kanu told the Federal High Court that after reviewing his case file, he believes there's no valid